Hello, I'm a new fan slash follower. Your content is amazing. You speak facts, and facts scare some people. I'm talking about the denialists, right? So I was watching your video about hair politics. It showed up on my feed. Like, I don't look for these videos, they just pop up. So I go through them. If they're of interest to me, I respond. If they're not, I just, kind of kick them to the curb. But I was watching your video and reading some of the comments. Now, again, these could be all troll accounts, who cares? But I noticed that the general sentiment in the comment section are people getting all upset because you're telling the truth and trying to deny what you're saying. You're speaking facts. You're speaking facts. And I love and respect you. You kind of remind me of like Viola Davis, because I really love that woman. Not only is she a brilliant actress, but she's beautiful. She's not afraid to, live in her blackness, to show her natural 4C hair. She even talked about, 4C hair in the black community, how many, not all, but many black men and women, especially women, modify, alter their hair by wearing wigs and weaves and straightening it, whatever, to approximate whiteness or biraciality, like to look like a mixed race person, because they don't see and feel that that the person that's standing before the mirror is a beautiful person because of what other people say. Who cares what other people say? Someone's always going to have a bone to pick. They're always going to find something negative, because usually they're very miserable people. But there is absolutely nothing wrong with black features. But we're brainwashed to think in this society. And again, it's no shade to white people, because I'm biracial. I love my white heritage and I love my black heritage. Both amazing people, and there's some bad apples in those two groups as well. Comes in every package. But my point is that, we've been brainwashed from birth to current that black features are inferior. They're not attractive. They're not appealing. They're not professional. They're even sometimes labeled as subhuman. Yes, we've been raised to think that. While white is supposed to be right, it's the epitome of beautiful. It's we're striving to achieve that phenotype. We've been bombarded with those images and those direct and sometimes indirect messages growing up. So I understand why sometimes people alter their features for survival. I get it. But at the same time, I think to myself, okay, that's why we have the Crown Act, because of people facing discrimination because of their natural 4C hair. But I say to myself, that usually works when it comes to, like, when you're trying to apply for a job. Unfortunately, some employers or companies do discriminate against black ethnic features, right? Especially the hair. It's a real thing. But then I'm like, but work is over, and now you're at home and going to a club or hanging out with your friends, and you're still playing with the fake hair. That has nothing to do with your job. I believe deep down inside, I cannot say this for all, but the woman in the video was 100% on point. I believe many of these people that flaunt this fake hair and play with it like, they wish it grew out of their scalps, are desiring in their mind to have hair like that because they feel more attractive. They feel like they're going to get noticed or be noticed. And I say to myself, at the end of the day, you're basically apologizing for being black. That's what Viola Davis said in one of her statements, and I 100% agree with her. Whenever you're wearing fake hair, you're basically apologizing that I'm sorry that my natural 4C hair offends you. So I'll wear a fake wig that looks nothing like my hair to please you, to help you feel at ease and to sleep better at night. I find that extremely disturbing and highly problematic. Why should you have to change yourself because someone else cannot accept diversity in the variety of colors and features that the Lord has put on our planet? I don't get it. I really don't. But it's really sad when you see people in these comment sections trying to support that false narrative that, oh, I'm versatile with my hair. Listen, there's nothing wrong with being versatile. I get it. But you know that's not the main reason why you're doing it. Now, in some cases, maybe. Again, I can't quantify that. And I don't want to use absolutes. But if you think that a lot of us that are watching and listening to what you're saying, that we're going to be like that gullible, incredulous, to believe what you're saying, you're sadly mistaken. No, it's called self-hate. It's self-hate. I feel more attractive when I look like a mixed race person or a white person by having hair texture that looks nothing like my 4C hair. Absolutely nothing. And the lady is right. Look at our African ancestors in the back. Sub-Saharan West Africans. Not from Horn Africa, like Ethiopia, Somalia, Eritrean. Those people are known to be mixed with Arabs. It comes out in their DNA. Arab ancestry comes out in their DNA. And I go by science. I don't care about opinions. I don't go by, oh, I lived in a country, my family's from there. You know how many people lived in a country for centuries or generations and don't know jack shit about their history? Please spare me that bullshit. Just because you were given birth on certain soil does not mean you're the captain of your ship. Does not mean that you're omniscient about your own history. That's why they have ancestry DNA tests, because many of us don't know our histories. We don't know the migration patterns. If there's any groups that exodus from one particular region to another. We don't know about the exodus history. We don't know about the migrations. We don't know about the copulations, the procreations. We don't know about any of that stuff. You weren't there. You weren't alive during that time, during those events. You don't know what your ancestors did. There's a thing called secrets. People have secrets all the time. And mixed race is not just biracial. One white parent, one black parent, one Asian parent, one Native American parent. No. It could be two parents that are both biracial. You ever think about that? I mean, we have kids too. Two parents can be biracial. One parent can be biracial. One parent can be black. One person can be biracial. The other person can be white. Or you can have two multi-generational mixed race parents, come from a whole lineage of mixed race people that basically married a partner that's a similar mix. That's called multi-generational mix. So for example, Misty Copeland, two biracial parents. Vanessa Williams, two multi-generational mixed race parents, because her ancestry DNA shows 44% white. So guess where you think they came from? It's both of her parents. So both her parents are mixed. Common sense. Human Bio 101, the Punnett Square. Anyways, the lady in the video was 100% spot on. Our ancestors, that's how they looked, right in the back. All dark skin. None of them had loose textured, like my hair, 2C hair or 3A. No. They didn't have light skin. They didn't have blue green eyes. That's called having mixed ancestry. And even if two of your parents look phenotypically more West African, they still could have mixed ancestry, even if they're dark skinned. You just don't know. That's called atavism. You don't know if those genes are going to atavistically show up in your phenotype. You may not even look like your parents. You may look like an ancient progenitor from 300 years ago. That's called atavism. Look it up, ATAVISM. It's a very real thing. And if somebody mentions in these comment sections about, oh, well, we can produce any color, that is not true. No, you cannot. You see the phenotype? Those are black features. If you have light skin, you either have albinism, and there's 4 different types. Blue eyes, not be a mix. Dark skin like that, blue eyes, it's called Waardenburg syndrome. Waardenburg. Waardenburg syndrome. Look it up. All groups get it, but it's very high disproportionately in West Sub-Saharan Africa. And I don't know the reason. I've been trying to do some research, and they don't really know the correlation. But yes, it's called Waardenburg syndrome. And they usually have hearing loss, neurological problems, sometimes have a white patch or like light skin. Yeah, those are not like natural light features that you see in a mixed race person. No, that's called Waardenburg syndrome. Then again, 4 types of albinism, and there's a thing known as atavism. Look it up.